This is me cutting
David Lynch's rabbits.
Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to put these panties in my mouth.
Hello, we're the people in Vox Onion here. I don't know, something. So we just finished watching David Lynch's Rabbits. Oh, that's a series of short little films about I'd say each one's like what 5-10 minutes long.
Well, there's like 7, and it's like 42 minutes. So.
Listen,
That's 7 minutes long.
I personally feel like I have the fucking serotonin for just masturbating from watching that.
That fucking post-nut
I mean,
clarity, bro.
That's kind of weird considering how like
Garbage noise. Sorry.
lovely. What a lovely start.
Listen, that was fucked, honestly.
Yeah.
The movie or like
Yes.
the water bottle?
Yeah, it's the movie.
Okay. It was fucked. I don't know what to say about it because it's so like
it was a lot to
abstract.
take in.
Yeah.
So I guess Donald wrote down stuff about the
Yeah, I
movie.
got some notes here.
Okay.
All right. What's your theory? You've been talking about it like this whole
Okay.
time we've been watching.
All right. So at first, right, because I looked it up to see what it was before we watched it. It says that it's a horror film, right? But
Yeah.
why is there a laugh track? So that made me think. Is this just a sitcom? And it just has, it's a sitcom, right? That's why there's a laugh track and a live studio audience.
Yeah.
And is there just an unscripted fucking horror thing happening in the fucking the set?
Like Too Many Cooks or something?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh fuck. Maybe it was inspired.
Because I'm sitting here reading the Wikipedia page because I wanted to see if this was supposed to be a sitcom. This is a sitcom. Like the movie itself is a sitcom.
I mean, like the apartment.
That has a horror atmosphere. So that's what makes me wonder if this is like supposed to be a sitcom that's just having unscripted horror shit happening.
I mean, like the apartment did like kind of feel kind of retro, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like 50s or 60s sitcoms, like Andy Griffin or I don't know, I Love Lucy.
Yeah. I do think it was some sort of sitcom, or was at least some kind of I don't know, maybe a parody of a sitcom.
Because that would kind of explain why every time the fucking a character would come on screen, why the applause would happen, they just stand still, you know?
Yeah. Like they do that every time in sitcoms where they open up the door and it's just for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, my theory was really different. I was analyzing what the rabbits were saying.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's what throws me off though.
A lot of it was very sparse and weird. A lot of it was
They're
very
reading poetry. And
yeah.
at first I thought they were recounting a fucking like terrible like event that happened. But
Well-
then in the third part, it just goes on and draws away from the fucking gruesome shit that the male rabbit was talking about. So I don't know.
Well, here's my theory. So, in the waking world, where, the colors were a lot brighter, where all three of them were in the room, they were all recounting their lives through dialogue. They were recounting their last few days through dialogue, basically. That's why they would mention, like, what's the time? Oh, it's 12 at midnight, it's dark. Or, like, it's 7, it's about to become dark. They would go and have very sparse and weird. It would sound weird and sparse in that room, But in reality, they were recounting their days of being in the wilderness. And what happened?
I can see that actually.
And in the dream world where it was only one rabbit inside the room and the lights were a lot dimmer and just like the screen would go out of focus and would play the literally like Minecraft cave noise on MP3. They would recount their last moments. They all were killed by a hunter and a dog.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They were all
See-
cooked and eaten.
Before I give my theory, do you think maybe we should like give like a quick run through of like what actually happens? You know, in case nobody like, watches it.
Well, actually, yeah.
All right, this is okay. The discussion from here on is spoilers. If you don't want the spoilers,
Well, shit, I just
you know,
gave the spoilers.
We'll put a funny timestamp if you don't want in-depth spoilers. How about that?
If you want to jump into
Yeah.
the middle of this,
If you want our final thoughts, just go to the time code.
I'm just gonna put heavy spoilers about rabbits right at the beginning of this video. For people who do want to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go ahead. Let's go ahead and continue.
Okay, so
so it's 42 minutes long. It's 7 episodes. There's 3 characters.
Yeah.
there's Jack, Jane, and I forgot the daughter's name. Sorry,
Susie.
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 And they are all in just one room. The whole movie is shot on one shot. Technically 2, but 1.
Yeah, and like the interesting part about it is the dialogue's like so like.
Like, you ever
just
played
out
Oblivion?
there, like, yeah.
No, there was a part where the male rabbit he was sitting down. He stands up for like not even a full minute and just sits back down, dude. This is like, is this just Skyrim, dude?
It's just Skyrim AI. It's the
What about like the one episode where I think it was Susie, where like she like stands up, and then again it's just like a minute of like silence, no talking, not even like a laugh track, and then she just bows and disappears. Like, what the fuck was up with that?
Ugh. Rabbits. Shot live in Miami.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. I mean, I've seen like Eraserhead. I know you have, Devin, but
Yeah.
I don't know, Dawn. Have you watched any like
No, I
other?
haven't. I've seen some out there shit though.
So this is like your first like experience with like David Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was interesting. I kind of knew going in it was going to be weird just because it's like David Lynch, you know.
Yeah.
When you guys were
Like-
describing it, I kind of knew what I was expecting. Plus, I've seen clips of Twin Peaks and shit, so I know what he does.
Yeah, but like Twin Peaks is kind of. I haven't watched Twin Peaks. I've
It's
just
a
seen, like,
lot more clear. It makes a
I've just-
lot more sense than like
I've just
rabbits.
seen like memes from it, but from what I can get,
Well,
it's more
David
like
Lynch is the same man that ate a pair of woman's panties on the camera. So.
yeah.
I'm gonna stick these panties in my mouth.
Does he sound like that?
Yes, he does.
Right.
You want to give your theory, Alex?
Yeah, okay. All right. So, I had a different theory from yours.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that we're viewing it from like a child, and the 3 rabbits, they're just rabbits. But like the little kid is young, so he doesn't know the difference between like an animal and a human, so he just thinks they're like, you know, little
Yeah.
human rabbits. And that's why the speech is like so fucked up, because you know, he's a little kid. He doesn't know how to talk or
He doesn't understand really what adults are saying. He only really, like, when you're a child, you only really get certain snippets of what the adults
Yeah.
are saying.
so that's why the dialogue is so like like it's just all bundled up in a mess, out of order.
Not very
And
concise.
yeah, and that's why they're always in like one room. That's like their cage, and like all these like when they're huddled up together, and like the lighting changes. That's like
Yeah.
the kid's room, and I think like this like demon or whatever that comes into like a few of the episodes. I think that's like a dog or something.
The hunter that I mentioned earlier and the dog.
Yeah, that might be the dog or like a cat that like the kid has that got into the cage somehow. Might have got one of the rabbits. So
Yeah.
same thing with the fire, you know, maybe like the kid was playing with some matches or did something that kids do,
Yeah.
and the house burned down, and they like all died because the kid was not taking care of them. That's what I think, but
I could see that, yeah. It's a child that owns these 3 rabbits, and
yeah,
actually sorry.
When they were like, it was just the one rabbit at a time. The fire on the wall was just a fucking hole in the wall that was on fire. So
yeah, that could just be like a hole in like the room, like not their room, but like outside of the cage.
And also that actually ties into I was watching a documentary about David Lynch, and when he was a lot younger, he used to straight up just do that to rats and shit. He just find dead rats and make like art with them. There's a documentary about it. I'll have to find it.
What a weird guy.
I probably really butchered the story, but apparently he basically used to kill animals and fucking make art and shit out of them when he was
he a
younger.
psychopath?
All the way until he was in his like young teenage years too. And he told a story where his father walked, and his father was like, "What the fuck? Are you winning, son?" He's just
fucking slicing like little like baby rabbits, and it's like, I'm making a film. You want to understand?
Father, you wouldn't understand. I'm making a film.
Okay, did he sound? That was
no, it's just like
if he
it's just
sounded
a
like
fucking
that?
like 5-year-old, and he sounds like he is an adult.
It's just higher pitched David Lynch. Father, you wouldn't understand.
God. I want to like punch a kid that sounds like that. It's annoying.
You know what's crazy? I was reading the Wikipedia page for this. Apparently, this movie was used in psychological research.
Like
It was used as a stimulus in a psychological experiment on the effects of I can't even pronounce this fucking drug. Holy shit!
What's
give
the
it a
short
shot.
name for it?
Crazy.
What's the short name for it?
Here, I'll just send this.
yeah, I'll
I'm
try
gonna
to
look at it in
pronounce
Discord.
I'm kind of curious
Like,
now.
That's just crazy.
Acetaminophen.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you a doctor? Obviously not, but like you just fucking boom.
What?
Acetaminophen.
Melatonin. There's fucking serotonin in that movie, bro. So
Yeah,
I made a character sheet. There's Jack, father rabbit, killed by a dog and eaten possibly. Actually, the thing about him watching the door constantly and sitting there looking outside, he was waiting for the hunter or the dog.
Yeah.
He was being protective over his family. Jane's the mother rabbit. She was also, I'm pretty sure, killed the same way as the father. Or she?
Yeah, because when she was talking, she said the same stuff for the most part.
That's probably why the mom, like for the most part, like you mentioned while like we were watching it, how she just sat in like the couch, like the same spot, like every episode. She was probably
the other two moved around and stuff, but she didn't. She just sat there. So
she was probably scared and like
I'm gonna take OBS
probably
off
like
the screen.
she was like keeping guard, but also like scared out of her fucking mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Has David Lynch, like, I know he's always like, there's no meaning to this.
Has David Lynch mentioned anything about rabbits?
Yeah,
Possibly not. I will look it up.
I doubt it because I know he's the type where like it's like you tell him.
I
think it means this.
What is my YouTube? What is my Google search thing? YouTube. Rabbits. David Lynch. Universities in sound design. Grindstone. Minecraft.
Oh,
Off topic.
something I noticed that I actually don't. You guys haven't mentioned, so I don't know if you picked up on it. And when they got the telephone call, right?
I'm gonna look it up.
The fucking there was a knock on the door, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but literally Jack opened the door. There's a loud scream being played, and then like he closes the door, and he says it was the man in the green coat.
They mentioned
So I'm
grain
assuming why.
vinyl.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the fucking demon thing that showed up whenever the lighting turned red was the hunter,
Yeah.
because it showed up after that happened.
Huh. Well, that just kind of that throws a wrench in my theory, because then it's like, well, if it was a man and not a kid, huh?
I think Devin has the right idea when he.
And when
started
they're
this
all in
shit.
the room, they are all reliving their and also I found this website, but it's in like fucking not even. It's like beyond 4x3. It's this website looks like it was made the same day Rabbits came out.
You know what? Fuck it. We're overthinking it. What if it's something just like stupid and like a complete like cliche? It's like it actually means they're in purgatory because they can't leave.
Hell, it
That's
probably does.
that's fucking stupid. If it's
That's
like
part of my theory that they're waiting in some sort of limbo. That they're stuck in some sort of
Yeah, I can see
limbo.
that.
I just don't I don't
It's
I can
it's
I can
cliche
see it.
now.
All right, but like I can see it, but I don't want to see it because like it's cliche and also I mean it's David Lynch. You know he's known for just like out there ideas.
Oh,
Thinking,
so this is a sitcom, but it's not a parody or satire, according to one of the people that worked on the movie.
It
yeah,
feels more like a dark sitcom, if anything.
but yeah. This is my analysis word for word. The family are waiting in some sort of limbo. The entire family of rabbits was captured by a hunter and his dog. This is my theory due to the monologues in episodes 2, 4, and 6, and how in each monologue they mention either dogs, fire, electricity, teeth, knives, the green vinyl on the coat. Now, in the other episodes, in the odd numbered episodes, they are reliving, not really reliving, but retelling their last few moments through dialogue. And that's why that one woman always gets so like afraid about midnight.
Oh, is like, are you saying it's like inner dialogue? Like they're not actually saying that? That's just what they're thinking.
I
Or
don't I
hearing.
don't know about that part. I'm honestly confused on that part. Whether it was either
Yeah.
inner, all inner, or if they were talking to. I don't know. I think they were talking
Well,
to each other.
honestly, we could like spitball theories and all that like all fucking day with this. So why don't we talk about like the production? Because like it has some really good sound design.
Yeah.
Like
David
it really
Lynch is
sets
very
the
well
mood.
known for his sound design and his setting.
I think what he did with the lighting is pretty
Yeah,
pretty
with
good because
Yeah.
like
with
it
the
got dark. It gets darker whenever they start reading the poetry and shit.
yeah, and when like the hunter comes and
It turns red.
like it fucked with me because like the what the like there's a lamp in the corner and like it flashes while like he speaks and for a second I thought it kind of looked like a mouth or something but like you can't really make it out just like the rabbit's faces like you kind of see something there but it's just blurred.
That's just a problem of the fact that it came out, in 2002.
2002
So
on the internet.
yeah,
Well, I honestly like I think that makes it adds to it because like if I could see like a
it definitely adds to the horror element
It
of it.
does, yeah.
yeah
It's one of the actually it's one of the biggest things within like horror where it's better like these games all that like for example these games that have these crazy ass graphics and all that in horror and you could just see every fucking wrinkle and detail.
yeah
The only problem about that is your brain can register what it is.
yeah
That's why when a game kind of goes and veers off into like I can't really tell what that thing is or what's going
like
on
how
there, it enters the uncanny valley.
that's why I fucking like Alien from Alien like the xenomorph's so scary because like you can't really tell what the fuck it is. You're like hell
Yeah.
like Michael Myers in like Halloween like it's a human mask but like it's like there's no facial expression, there's no eyebrows, it's unsettling.
Yeah.
Same thing with
It's just the disconnect.
yeah, it's like there's something there but like you can't connect the dots
Yeah,
and your brain's telling you danger, danger. But yeah, the sound design's really good with all the
Yeah.
rain, especially like the
Eraserhead's
doors.
sound design was also pretty good.
Yeah.
David Lynch hired some decent sound designers. He's great at casting. He's
Or what about
incredible at casting.
what about the shadows? Like That was really
That's
interesting.
that's part of the lighting.
It's
And how like the
when
shadow on the side. I still don't think that's an oversight.
yeah, when you told me it was like all in one shot, like I thought it'd be kind of boring, honestly. But like the lighting, the sound design, and like the shadows in the background, they
It
keep you
keeps
intrigued,
it keeps you interested.
which is honestly amazing for like
How it was all just done on one shot,
how
and
like
how almost eventless it is.
yeah, like almost nothing happens, but like everything happens. I can't even like imagine like how confused people would be like back in the day watching this, like
Yeah,
online, like episode by episode, because like you have to watch this like
yeah,
in its
front to
entirety to like
back.
get it. Like I could not like I don't honestly I don't think any of us could get any theories if like we had to watch this like episode like week by week as it's like announced.
Yeah,
And
I think
I wonder,
go ahead.
I wonder like could you possibly put the like the episodes in different orders and get a different outcome, or would it just be a mess?
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, like you put the
If
monologues
anything,
together,
if
and
anything, maybe
then
all
put
the
the rest of it.
dialogue. Sorry, if anything, maybe all the dialogue in every episode, if you took their lines and combined it just into one little, like, just one string of all their dialogue, it would say something legible.
But-
Maybe.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I might rewatch it sometime like later, and I might like write down like all like the lines and try to like put them into like a
You
reasonable
just
order.
decrypt the fucking code.
Yeah, what if it's
Decrypt.
like a message? It's my
It's,
final
like, it's
message.
just David Lynch calling for help. He's like, "Help me! I'm trapped in the
David
basement."
Lynch, if you find this secret message, you get a $5 coupon to Papa John's.
Expires 1995, even though this was made in 2002.
It's going to expire in 2006. Good luck.
Something
Good
I
luck.
wanted to bring up is just like the fact that this is this is portrayed as a sitcom entirely, and the placement of like the laugh track and shit, and just the way stuff happened. It's funny, but I think the fact that this also like conveys the horror atmosphere as well as it does is really incredible.
Yeah.
Because going
Yeah.
into this, like the first episode, I thought this was just gonna be bad, like misplaced shit, bad acting. I thought it was gonna be like The Room,
Yeah.
but after seeing the whole thing, I kind of feel like all of that's completely intentional.
Like, if you like this, definitely watch Eraserhead, or we'll have to watch Eraserhead if you liked
Oh,
this.
Yeah, I've seen it, but if you like this, you definitely like
You would
Eraserhead.
love Eraserhead.
Except I mean, it's more. I don't know. I mean, it's not really as abstract, but it's still pretty weird.
Yeah, Eraserhead's weird as hell. The meaning, honestly, is a bit more obvious in Eraserhead. Because
Yeah.
it direct.
At least this isn't IB area levels of abstract.
Oh yeah, IB Area is the weirdest fucking movie I've still ever seen in my life. Greatest movie ever. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna put IB
So-
Area on my lick.
Closing thoughts.
Closing
Yeah,
thoughts.
I guess we should get into rating this now.
Oh, are we having like a
Rabbits.
rating system?
I mean, we can.
Oh shit. Rating, oh
Didn't think this
god.
far ahead.
To-
We
to-
didn't plan.
Some of us do 10 out of 10, some of us do 5 out of 5 stars, and some of us just do just blank
fuck-
out of 100.
We're I give it 5 rabbits out of 6 rabbits. That means nothing, but take that how you will.
I like this movie. It was really good. I'm a huge fan of David Lynch. And I think this is something that, if you're really into art films or into anything really abstract, then I totally recommend this. I'm going to give this, I'd say, I guess an 8 out of 10, honestly. If 8 out of 10, 85 out of 100, fucking 2002, the year this movie came out, I give it that. It was pretty alright. Pretty cool stuff.
I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10 because it was really good, but there's just so much that's unsaid that leaves out for interpretation.
Yeah. Which a lot of David
So I
Lynch's
don't- I
work
don't
is
know,
like
I don't-
that.
It's like how am I gonna know the correct way to interpret this?
Yeah. I don't even think David Lynch knows how to interpret
I
rabbits.
don't either.
Well,
He's just
Anyway,
like,
what are we doing next time?
insert thing.
It's the Boondock Saints, as picked by me.
the Boondock Saints, the sequel to
Kino
the
movie.
Boondocks.
Well,
Kino movie.
should we have like an outro? like
This
a
is the
saying?
outro.
No, I
I'll
got it.
I'll
Okay.
edit some
Uh,
fucking crazy ass fucking.
Cut this out.
No, I got it. Okay. Vox Onion, crying out. That was bad. Cut that.
I'm gonna cry over your fucking corpse.